Hello, everyone. My name is Michelle. For those of you who I don't know, I'm a yoga teacher and personal trainer in the Boston area. Today's video is going to be focused more on yoga, restorative yoga, and gentle movements to release tension in the body, particularly tension that we hold in our neck, our shoulders, and our back, right? And if you don't have any of the traditional restorative yoga props, no worries. My goal in these home practices is to make them so that you can utilize things that you have at home. So today, for this short practice, you're going to need two kind of medium-sized towels, right? Two medium-sized towels. And just to kind of show you how I want you to set them up, you're going to just kind of fold it in half, right? And bring those corners together. Right? And then you're going to make a nice long roll so that, you don't want a short roll. You want kind of the longer side of the towel here. Not the longest side, I guess this is kind of that medium, right? And I like to roll it so that the big edges are in the middle. And then here we go. I got this nice kind of long roll. You can see it's a little bit longer than your shoulders. Give or take a little here is fine, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I have a second towel already rolled out. I've also pulled together some couch cushions and cleared some space. So if you need to press pause, get yourself set up, grab those towels, get your rolls set up, and then press play when you're ready to join me. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of move on. As you get ready for this, yourself all set up, you got your rolls set up. A little bit about this, like I said, we're going to be releasing the neck, the shoulders, creating some nice mobility in the shoulder joints, as well as the torso. We can get really tight here. So this is a great practice for everyone. This is for everybody, and this is kind of like the icing on the cake, right? When you're working out, if you've been doing a lot of my workout videos, you're doing lots of squats, lunges, doing some core work, planks, doing a lot of those, the body can get really tight. So it's important that you work holistically and really start to release some of the tension that can build up from those workouts. And this is also perfect for those of you who sit at desks for work, which is almost everybody these days. Even if you stand at work, this is going to help maintain that nice long posture, because oftentimes we end up like this when we're sitting in our chairs. We get rounded here and our chin comes forward, our head is forward of our shoulders. So we're going to be really working towards opening up the muscles along the front of the body. We're going to be opening up the muscles along the sides of the body, and then down along the back of the body. And as we move gently, we're going to be moving, and then we're going to be holding postures. And then in those moments, we're going to take some time to focus on our breath. In yoga, we call it Pranayama. That's our breathing practice. And as we start to breathe, naturally you're going to start to be able to explore more of that meditation that carries over. So thank you for joining me. Again, this is one of my favorite things to do. Just kind of roll around on the floor here and release tension in my neck and shoulders. So first one here with the roll, you want to set yourself up so that roll is going to land just underneath your shoulder blades. Those bony winged shoulder blades. And then your upper shoulders and head should easily rest on the floor. And then you're going to bend your elbows so you make these cactus arms, and they should land on the ground. So let's get ready to lie back. You can look at me first if you like. So again, it's right underneath my shoulder blades. Then the tops of my shoulders come down onto the floor. Right, it's not underneath my lumbar spine, and then my elbows bend. You can see my towels kind of right underneath my arms, my back, tops of my shoulders, and my head easily rest to the floor, right? If you're really tight in your pectoral muscles, right, this can create some tension in the neck or shoulders. So if you feel tension here, just create a little lift for your head, but I don't want your chin to be like this, right? I want your head to still be able to relax back, and this is going to help to open some of the neck and shoulders here. All right, so if you've got that extra setup, just take your time, and then As we move slow, don't worry about rushing. Set yourself up, be somewhat meticulous with your setup here. It's going to make all the difference. And then as you start to settle in, you can just bring your knees to knock me in towards one another. Some of you might like drawing your feet together and letting your knees come out, or just letting your legs just lay straight down onto the floor. So do what's right for you. Take a moment just to wiggle and move. And then as you settle into this shape, allow the gaze to soften. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out the mouth. 2 more times. Deep inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out the mouth. Just let go of your day. And allow yourself to arrive here in this moment, feeling the sensations in your body and listening to the sound of your breath. And now as you breathe, deep inhale through the nose, and then sealing the lips closed, exhale back out the nose. Gently drag the breath along the back of your throat. And listening to that gentle sound of your breath as you breathe in through the nose and back out through the nose. Begin to observe the movement of your breath. Feeling the belly and the chest rise as you inhale. And fall as you exhale. And just letting go, starting to surrender to gravity. And now start to feel the sensations into the back of your body. Taking that deep inhale and feeling the breath on the back of the body move down into the towel. And slow exhale, back out the nose. Try to let your eyes close and just really feel that sensation in the back of the body releasing. And just giving yourself that permission to slow down. And to listen inward and feel inward. You may notice the mind is gonna have that tendency to wander off into thoughts and stories and to-do lists. And it's not your job to stop your mind from thinking. But just try to see here if you can let go of the attachment to the thoughts and allow yourself to be here in this moment, listening to your breath, feeling the sensations in your body. So if you're feeling lots of tension down along the back, it may start to dissipate at this point. You'll start to feel that tension releasing with each breath, each rise and fall. And And we're slowly gonna bend the knees and bring the feet to the floor if they're not there already. And let the feet just be a little wider than hips width apart. And we're gonna windshield wiper the knees side to side. And just take the movement slow and easy. As you move, you're just exploring and feeling. Sometimes the movements start off kind of shallow or small. And gradually, as you move and as you breathe, you start to release. And notice what you feel in your own body. Right, for me, my right side of my body, my right back of my body is a little bit tighter than the left. So I can feel a little bit more of that pull. But that's just what I'm feeling. I want you just to kind of notice what's going on in your body. And then the next time your knees rock over towards the right side, you're going to stack your knees. You're going to roll toward your right side. You're going to keep that blanket there. And you're keeping it, again, right underneath the shoulder blades here. So don't let it creep into the waistline. Keep a little high, right? And then as you roll onto your sides, you want to come to that fetal position, stacking your knees and stacking your feet. And then you can reach both hands straight out in front of your shoulders and try to stack your right palm underneath your left palm. So palms, your fingertip to fingertip. Now again, some tension can creep here in the neck and shoulders, especially if you're really tight here. And I want you to just kind of explore a little movement, try to let the head relax. And again, if you need to add a little extra lift underneath your head, you can add that little lift. Okay, notice if you're tensing in your jaw, if there's that tension in your neck and shoulders, and then see if you can relax the jaw by letting the teeth separate, let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. And take a deep inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out the mouth and just really let the throat soften. Start to surrender to gravity. As you set yourself up, you start to relax, let the softness, the muscles release. Take some deep breaths here. So this is releasing that tension by creating a little bit more spaciousness in the side body. We're going to start to create a nice smooth movement. We're going to take your left hand and you're going to slide your left hand down along your right arm towards your face, and you're going to sweep the arm up, around, and just let the palm naturally face up, let it face up, and reach your arm back behind. Let your gaze follow your hand as it reaches back behind you, and then comes down along your side, right along your leg. Palm starts to turn down, and then returning to that palm back on top. Right? And then we'll do that again. You'll draw the hand towards your face, sweep it around, kind of like a clock arm, the arm of a clock, right? It slowly circles all the way down to 6 o'clock. Turning back to the hand and drawing back and around. So just making those big circles. And bending your elbow wherever you need to and exploring this in your own range of movement. If you're really tight here, right, sometimes you'll feel this tightness, and it can often be in the pectoral muscles, right? So we're opening up that space around the pectorals, the shoulder, and then you're getting this wonderful rotation in the shoulder joint. And just let the head be heavy. It just kind of rocks with you in this movement. Try not to push it or force it. You know, this practice isn't so much of a challenge unless unless relaxing is a challenge for you. So maybe relaxing is a challenge for you. You want to go faster, and your challenge would be just to go slower and to let go of effort. Right, and on your next reach, next time you reach your left arm back behind you, I want you to stay in that big twist here. And with your knees, you can take your knees so your knees come a little bit more out in front of your hips. And this is going to create that nice big stretch. And then keep reaching your right arm away. Try to see if you can get the back of your hands on the floor. So both your right and palm face up to the sky. Spread your fingers wide and try to spread your pinky all the way to your thumb down onto the floor. And you'll feel that nice stretch here. Try to relax the head, neck, and shoulders. And if you do need to bend your arms a little bit, bend the arms. Invite some nice deep breaths in, finding that nice breath with sound. Deep inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out the mouth. And explore any of that subtle shifting. And keep reaching your knees over towards the right as you reach the left arm away. And now we're slowly gonna roll onto your back. And take your time here because we're gonna feel a lot of sensation. We always want to really move slow, especially when we're holding those poses and going in for some of those deeper stretches. So as you roll onto your back, you might have to kind of press into your feet, kind of lift your hips and center yourself back onto your towel. Again, making sure that towel is right below the shoulder blades. Right, not the lumbar spine, but right underneath the shoulder blades. And then you feel those arms stretching out nice and wide into a T shape. And now we'll rock those knees side to side like windshield wiper. Right, this second round is going to feel a little bit more easy. This feels good down through the front of the hips. Massaging into the back, you can feel kind of those tender places. Okay, we're going to go to the second side. So you're going to roll on over to your left side. Take your time setting yourself up. I'm just going to set myself up so I can face you all. Yeah. Again, you want to make sure that roll is right underneath you. And then again, your knees are stacked, your feet are stacked, and then you're going to place your palms right on top of one another. Make sure your head is set up proper. Right, and just pause here for a moment. Making sure you're lined up nice and even. Take some nice deep breaths and feel your breath moving down into the towel. And then you can even feel that upper part of your body, this right ribs, that movement. There's almost more space because we just finished up that side. All right, now we're going to start to move through that clock. So I like to drop my right hand towards my face, reach it up and around, down, and let that natural rotation of the arm, right? And you feel that how the palm has to turn up, and then it turns down again. Notice if it gets stuck, and with each rotation, gives the shoulder, the arm a chance to move and find that full mobility, right? A little kind of stuck here with my other things. There we go. And then the next time you reach your right arm back behind you. Again, bringing those knees so they're right in front of your hips. Keep pressing both of your knees down towards the floor as you reach your right arm away. Let your gaze follow your arm. And with the chin, you explore a little bit of those chin movements, kind of feeling where the stiffness is in the neck and shoulders. And you don't have to force it into a place that's uncomfortable, but kind of explore kind of moving out of it slightly and into it. These very gentle movements where it's so small. And then just breathe. So this is really great. The blanket or the towel is really starting to break up a lot of that connective tissue. A lot of times for us humans, we have this habit of leaning towards one side or the other, right? When you're sitting in the car, you might always lean towards the right or the left. When you're sitting on the couch, you probably have like that favorite side that you sit on. Right? And so sometimes you can feel when you're leaning to that one side, it gets a little shorter. And then the other side is a little bit more longer. So when you get a chance to slow down and really breathe and feel, you start to notice those places. Connect with one more deep inhale. Keep that attention on your breath, on the feelings and sensations in your body. We'll start to roll onto our back again. Again, lift your hips, recenter your hips, shoulders. Then again, you might rock side to side. Now things are starting to feel nice and smooth. You might feel, wow, you might even not even feel where that towel is. It's not so obvious anymore. All right, next time we're going to get ready to roll back up. Just take it nice and slow. We're going to get ourselves ready for that next position here. So for this next one, I'm going to unroll my towel, right? And I'm going to make the shorter roll. So I'm going to roll it so that my edges are on the outside now instead of on the inside. And that's going to create a little bit more of a thicker roll, right? Just a little thicker. And again, you can unroll it and re-roll it if you get into the position, this next position, and this is going to work more towards the lower back. You can always adjust the thickness of your roll. All right, so now we're going to put this a little bit more towards the low back and lumbar spine. This is where they've got more of that curve, but I want it to be kind of lower. This is your sacrum down here, right? Down at the low back that connects into your pelvis, right? Into your hip bones. I want you to keep it just a little bit above that, right? And then make sure you've got plenty of room to stretch your whole body out. Let's shift myself down here a little more. So again, I get it right down. You can look, it's right down in my low back. And again, take a moment, adjust your roll if you feel like you want a little bit more thickness. You can have a little bit more thickness if you're looking for more sensation. or lower it if it's too much sensation, right? Now your feet are just about hip width apart. And I'm going to have you start off with this first one. You're going to turn your toes out and then slide your heels together. And kind of like Mary Poppins, right? Or sometimes that Pilates stance, the heels together and the toes turn out. And then I want you to reach your arms over your head nice and long. And interlace your fingers, kind of hook your thumbs, and spread your fingers wide, your palms and face up towards the sky. And this is a little bit of an active work here for a moment. So bear with me. Squeeze your heels together, toes wide, making that V shape. And then take a deep inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out the mouth. Empty your breath completely. Hold the breath out. Hold it out for 5, 4, 3. Pulling your navel back to your spine for 1. And then inhale. Soften the belly. Full exhale. Just one nice easy round of breath. And then again, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Empty the breath completely, nice and slow. Holding the breath out at the bottom of your exhale. Hold it here and squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, just gently relax your muscles. You can kind of like soften the legs a little here. Soften the grip of the arms, soften the belly. And then we'll do it again. One more time. Deep inhale. Start to squeeze the heels, squeeze the legs, squeeze the arms right by your sides of your head, and spread the fingers wide. Full exhale, emptying the breath. And at the end of the exhale, hold the breath out, pull the navel back towards the spine, and pull your back towards the blanket, right? Holding that breath out for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, soften, relax those muscles. Okay, second round is a little different, so just kind of a slightly different down in the lower body. So now you're going to turn your feet, bring your feet about hip width apart, so just a little slightly wider, and then turn your toes to face in towards one another, right? And kind of notice where that rotation is for you. Mine don't internally rotate as much, but you do what you can do. Everybody's going to look different. All right, we're going to take again. We're going to do this work. We're going to inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Pull the navel to the spine. Pull the back of the body down towards the floor, down towards the blanket, holding your breath out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nice and slow. Exhale nice and slow. Easy breath in between. No effort, no work. And now we begin again. Big inhale through the nose. Turn those toes in. Press down towards the floor. Exhale. Empty the breath completely. Holding your breath out. Drawing the navel to the spine. Pull the back to the floor. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, release. Feel that kind of reverse psychology, right? When you tense the muscles, when you squeeze the muscles, and then you relax the muscles, they respond a little bit more. Last one, lock the thumbs, deep inhale, turn those toes in and squeeze those leg muscles into the bone, down, pressing down. Hold at the bottom of the exhale, emptying the breath completely, and again, pull the belly in. And then relax. And then you can just relax those arms. Take a moment to take your hands to your belly. Relax your legs and just feel the breath here. Feel the shape without, again, creating too much effort and just allowing that natural gravity. So this can be like a nice little massage for the back. It should feel like a massage. It shouldn't feel painful. There can be some tension, but by this point, you may be feeling less of that tension, a little bit more spaciousness. Now here's where the beauty is. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bend the knees, bring our feet to the floor, and you're just going to lift your hips up and slide your blanket out of the way, and just lay your back flat down onto the ground. And just feel the nice natural curvatures of the spine without efforting in any way. Everybody's different here. The shape of our spine is different for everybody, right? And that reflects down into our hips, into our shoulders, and our chest. And just take a moment just to feel that space. It's like you release a lot of that tension, that the tissue can get really kind of tight, kind of like when you get saran wrap and how it can stick to itself and kind of get stuck and balled up. Well, it's like we've taken that saran wrap and we've spread it out, we smoothed it out, right? We've got all the stiff parts out, right and left, right? And we have just one more final relaxation posture. And so this is where you're going to need both of your long towels. So I'm going to reopen my towel back out again, make it back to that long one. So again, I'm going to take the ends, I'm going to roll both of those ends in, making 2 long rolls. Don't worry if both of your towels don't match, no big deal. All right. And then it can be nice to have some extra pillows nearby, especially if you know you've got tight hips. So if you've got tight hips, grab some extra pillows. So starting first off with the blanket along your back, you're going to put that first roll kind of right back here. We're not going to lay back quite yet, so that I get that one there. Then the second roll is going to go and wrap around your ankles. Let me turn to face you all for this one. So this one is one of my favorites, and a lot of people's favorites, a lot of my students' favorites. So this is going to be nice because it's going to help to support the hips, going to create a little padding. You're going to put the roll over the foot. See how my soles of my feet are together? And then I'm going to wrap it around and behind, and I'm going to give it a good tug, a good pull, and then I'm just going to let go. And when I let go, it's just going to cinch my feet together nice, create this extra padding. And so here I am, I got this nice diamond shape. All right, so if you're tight in your hips, I'm going to turn back around. If you're tight in your hips, this is where those extra pillows can come in super handy, and you can place those pillows kind of right underneath your knees to really support the hips. The gravity is still going to do the work. And then before I lay back, I'm just going to bring that second towel right up to my low back. I'm not sitting on it, but it's right underneath my tail. And then I'm going to lay back, and I want this roll to be right along the length of my spine. Right? And then, hopefully your head this goes the length of your spine, right? And then if you've got a little extra room, I like to create a little lumbar support. I just kind of lift my head up, and right underneath my neck, that nape of my neck, I'm going to pull it up and in, I'm going to lay it back down, and it's going to create this lovely little kind of filler of the gap of my neck, and it's going to be right underneath the very base of the skull, the occiput, and creating that little bit of a pressure there is going to really help to release a lot of that tension in the neck and shoulders. And again, take a moment to wiggle around and move. Just want to give you a moment to set yourself up, and then once you start to set yourself up, we'll let the eyes start to soften. Let the eyes close. Reconnect back with your breath. We're going to do a little pranayama practice to bring a little bit more calmness and ease. This is really good for any anxiety, or if you're having trouble falling asleep at night. And I'm gonna guide you through it. It'll be a 4 count of an inhale, and an 8 count exhale. So a long exhale with a half length of an inhale. So just begin with a nice easy breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out the mouth. Relax the jaw, the throat. And then take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just let go of your breath practice. Observing the subtle shifts of your mind. Allowing the sounds all around you. And staying with the feelings and sensations in your body. And surrendering your body to the earth. Just allow the head to become heavy. Releasing your back and shoulders to the floor. Allowing the arms and legs to become heavy, still and limp. And you begin to feel your whole body is relaxed and at ease. And you feel comfortable. And you feel safe. Now taking your time as you slowly start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Taking that deep breath in and swallow. And take your time as you slowly start to roll on over to your side, coming into a fetal position. Stay with your breath as you slowly press your way up towards a comfortable seat of your choice. Feel yourself sitting up nice and tall. If you like, you can draw your hands together in front of your heart, just observing the subtle shifts from your practice, feeling that sense of ease in your body, in your breath. And hopefully feeling that tension, that release that tension along that back of your neck and shoulders. And thank you so much for joining me. And I love to hear your feedback. I hope you have enjoyed this relaxing, renewing practice. Again, it's important to make sure you're balancing your workouts with things to help continue to keep that mobility in your shoulders. It helps to maintain that long posture as your body gets stronger, right? Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.